Hello and good evening, our beloved viewers. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. The head of state received the praise of Somali Senate. And on the international scene in Gaza, thousands of families in Gaza depend on charity kitchen. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, received this morning at the Republic of Palace the President of Somali Senate, Mr. Abdi Hashi Abdillahi, who arrived yesterday evening in Djibouti and was accompanied by a large delegation. He is on a 72 hours official visit focused on strengthening the relation of friendship and cooperation between the two countries and people. The audience between President Gile and the high-ranking Somali official first serve as a forum from discussion on the progress of ongoing cooperation project between the two brotherly nations whose enduring ties and are forged by history, geographical proximity, and share values, culture, and language. The meeting then allowed the Somali side to brief the head of state on evolving situation in these brotherly countries. The scene on ongoing military offensive through which the Somali government aims to definitely restore its authorities throughout its national territory under the leadership of its Chief Magistrate, His Excellency, the President of the Republic, continues to work tirelessly to secure and mediate and in order to stabilize the nation of Somalia. The President Gele and the people of Djibouti are indebtedly through an Arta reconciliation conference at the origin of the hope of regarding the possibility of rebuilding a Somali state. In a statement following his meeting with the head of state, the president of Somali Senate praised the substantial and multi-faith support. Let us listen to his words.
maanta inaan madaxweynaha jamhuuriyadda jabuuti aan kula kulanno madaxtooyada farxad bay noo tahay.
The President of the Somali Senate, Abdi Hashi Abdillahi, commended the substantial and multifaceted support provided by the Republic of Djibouti towards Somalia's peace and reconstruction efforts. He emphasized the President Ismail Omar Guelleh and the Djiboutian people played a pivotal role in reviving hope for the rebuilding of the Somali state, particularly through the Arta Reconciliation Conference. Additionally, he expressed his country's gratitude toward the Djiboutian nation for its continued solidarity and assistance.
The President of the National Assembly, Mr. Dileita Mohamed Dileita, in a brief words, reiterate the modernizing of law, which is an essential lever for strengthening governance. Let us listen to the President of the National Assembly.
Je suis très enchanté de recevoir mon frère.
The Speaker of the Djiboutian National Assembly, Mr. Dileita Mohamed Dileita, reaffirmed Djibouti's unwavering commitment to supporting Somalia's stability and development. He highlighted the deep historical, cultural, and frontier ties between the two nations, emphasizing that Djibouti remains a steadfast partner in Somalia's journey toward peace and prosperity. The Speaker praised the ongoing cooperation between the two countries and expressed confidence that their shared efforts would further strengthen bilateral relations for the benefit of both peoples.
Under the high patronage of the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, a meeting of National Organization Committee of a high-level conference on the AFCT opportunities through the Special Economic Zone was held today. This strategy meeting is part of the lead up to the conference scheduled for April 21-22, 2025 in Djibouti and organized in partnership with the African Continental Free Trade Areas. Strategic context and leading roles assumed by Djibouti. Djibouti, as a founding member of the AFCTA Continental Initiative, ratified to date by 49 countries, intend to play a leading role in the operationalization of the zone, which aims to create a common African market of more than 1.3 billion consumers in a global economic context increasingly marked by raising protectionist measures, particularly customs duties imposed by certain powers such as the agenda and priority commitment. Under the chairmanship of His Excellency Mr. Dileita Mohammed Dileita, the President of the National Assembly held a workshop which was held this Sunday, April 13, and organized in a close collaboration with the General Secretariat of the government dedicated to modernization of national law and the strategic integration of digital tools into the legislative process. The workshop was attended by Mr. Almis Abdullahi, Secretary General of the government, all members of the Service of National Assembly, parliamentarians, and a variety of institutional stakeholders from the Prime Minister's office, sectoral ministries, and authorities responsible from regulation, law, justice, and economic, but also education and researches. Roundtable brought together experts and senior officials representing sectorial ministries who actively participate in the discussion by sharing their analysis, feedback, and expertise on best legislative practices in a context of accelerate technologies innovation. At the end of this day of discussion and reflection, the national representation welcomes the quality of the contribution offered by all participants, both institutional but also the experts. In his speech, the President of the National Assembly emphasized the imperative of a clear accessibility and coherent legislation, recalling that the quality of legal texts constitute the corners of functional and respect to rules of law. The National Assembly also highlight the progress made by the executive branch in the normative production, particularly through the implementations of the platform. Several areas for discussion, he said, emerged, particularly around legal quality standards, persistent challenges in legislative enforcement, but also the harmonization of regulatory texts with organic laws. Conclude the President of the National Assembly. Health news. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdillah, and the Ministry of Health, the World Health Organization, celebrate the World Health Day today under the theme A Healthy Birth for a Hopeful Future. This major event also marked the official launch of National Polio Vaccination Campaign, a major mobilization for child health. This event was chaired by the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdillah, and was attended by the Minister of Women and Family, the Minister of Labor, and the Minister of Budget officials from the Ministry of Health, the Director General of the National Agency for Prevention of Child, and technical financial partners. Djibouti can boast of having reduced maternal mortality by 68% since 2000, thanks to the inclusive health policies, strengthen prenatal care, and improve access to essential service, the technical support for the development of national health policies, capacity building for medical personnel, modernization of health facilities, rapid response to health emergencies, and now the eradication of polio through a national mass vaccination campaign. Finally, the World Health Organization ceremony concluded with the presentation of Certificate of Merits. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdilli, officially launched the national polio vaccination campaign today during a formal ceremony held at the People's Palace. This campaign, organized by the Minister of Health in collaboration with technical and financial partners in the health sector, aim to strengthen the fight against polio and protect millions of children across the country from this day, but prevent the disease. The vaccination is a right for every child and a duty for every parent. Together, let us commit to the protection of our children from polio and building a healthy future for our nation. The campaign is taking place throughout the country with particular attention paid to more remote areas. Mobile team will be deployed to reach even the most remote areas to ensure that no child is left behind. The government calls on all parents to vaccinate their children aged from 0 to 5 and reiterate its commitment to strengthen the healthcare system for the well-being of all the people. In her speech, the United Nations System Coordinator uh, said in her speech the objective of this campaign, which target all the children under 5, aim in his speech. The United Nations System Coordinator uh, said that this campaign, which target all the children under 5, aims to prevent any urgency of polio and prevent the disease with unprecedented consequence. Thanks to the close collaboration between the health authorities, community workers, and international partners, every Djiboutian child can be reached, protected, and reassured. For her part, the World Health Organization representative said that together we will continue to prevent and the partnership toward a future of hope. Uh, conclude the representative, emphasizing the need to remain united in the face of long-standing and emerging challenges such as rapidly increase no communicable disease. For her part, the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Muna Usman Aden, recalled in her speech that she first thanked all the partners who worked alongside with the Ministry of Health, particularly the World Health Organization, which is the reference organization for health in order to achieve the set objective. The ministry also emphasized, the Minister of Women and Family also emphasized that the health system need coordination and good synergy, but also to work with everyone because health begins with prevention in order to protect millions of children across the country against this disease. Finally, the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdilli, said in his speech, it is with great pride and commitment that I speak this morning to celebrate the World Health Organization Day this year, which is held under the theme Good Health at Birth for a Hopeful Future. This day gives us the opportunity to take stock of the progress made in our health system, but also to recall all the collective ambition, namely to guarantee every citizen's access to a quality health system throughout the Djiboutian territory. This Sunday morning, the Secretary of State for Investment and Private Sector Development, Ms. Safia Mohammed Ali Gadile, arrived as a part of a working visit aimed at strengthening ties between the government and private sector stakeholders. Accompanied by
Managing
her
Director
close
of Golden Africa had the honor of welcoming Safia Mohammed Ali Gadile, Secretary of State for investment and private sector development as part of a working visit aimed at strengthening relations between public authorities and private sector players. Accompanied by her colleagues, the Secretary of State was warmly welcomed by the management of Golden Africa. The meeting provided an opportunity for constructive discussion on key issues such as private investment, industrialization, job creation, and the promotion of the Made in Djibouti label. The visit began with a presentation of the activities of Golden Africa, a leading company in the agro-industrial sector in Djibouti. It continued with a guided tour of the factory, during which the official delegation was able to see the progress made in terms of innovation, compliance with quality standards, and involvement in local economic development. In his speech, Mr. Adnan Antouch expressed his gratitude to the President of the Republic, Ismail Bargili, and to his government, represented by the Secretary of State, for their constant support for the development of the private sector and for their effort to create a business climate conducive to investment. He also praised Gadile's commitment to establishing an effective and lasting public-private partnership. This visit, he said, is part of a drive to strengthen. This visit, he said, is part of a drive to strengthen cooperation between public institutions and private companies with a to building a solid, inclusive, and forward-looking Djiboutian economy.
In her speech, the Secretary of State for the Investment and Private Sector Development, Ms. Safia Muhammad Ali Gadile, in her speech, for recalled that the congratulate the managing director of Golden Africa for the commendable effort undertaken to promote industrial development and local employment. She encouraged the company to continue along this path and intensify its investment for the benefit of the national economy. As part of the new policy to promote national cultural heritage and in line with the Republic of Djibouti's Vision 2035, the Minister of Youth and Culture, under the leadership of the Minister Hibo Moumin Assoubi, is currently leading a major initiative to inscribe the exceptional the rock carving site on UNESCO World Heritage List. This initiative, the result of a close collaboration between the researchers through the CERD and the local authorities of region concerned, benefit from the technical and strategy support of UNESCO as part of its overall priority for Africa. Indeed, these inscriptions will help write the significant gap in representation of African continent on the World Heritage List, particularly for the 11 state parties, including Djibouti, which currently have no tangible property inscribed. At the request of the state party, UNESCO mobilized a team of high-level international expert to support the preparation of nomination file in accordance with the guidelines for implementation of the World Heritage Convention. This team composed of the mission main coordinator. Their presence illustrates UNESCO's concrete commitment to supporting African countries in their effort to recognize, safeguard, and transmit their tangible cultural heritage. In his speech, the archaeologist Xavier and rock arts specialist said that this dynamic demonstrates the strong political will of the Republic of Djibouti to showcase its tangible cultural heritage on international stage. It also reflects, he said, the importance of a strong inter-institutional collaboration and an active partnership to protect and transmit the country's cultural treasures to the younger generation, he said. After 5 days of institutional meeting and intensive diplomatic exchange of the official visit to the delegation of state of the Russian Federation led by Her Excellency Victoria, Deputy Speaker of Russian, conclude this Saturday with a sea tribe in the splendid natural setting of Gulf of Tadjoura. also present. Were also present the member of assembly, first Vice President Safia Ilmi, second Vice President Omar Ahmed, and Secretary of the Assembly Office, Mr. Saliban Dahir, along with the Honorable Member of Parliament Hussein Abdul Qadir and Kamil Ahmed, member of the Friendship Groups, and His Excellency the Ambassador of Russian Federation to the Republic of Djibouti. A board of a boat charter for the occasion by Djibouti Coast Guard, the member of the delegation sailed the water of the Gulf of Tajura, discovering exceptional maritime and natural heritage with a notable visit to Sagalu in Tajura region, a moment of relaxation, ensuring punctured this outing with a convivial lunch organized at Gadile Hotel. The Vice President of the National Assembly reiterated in his speech its full satisfaction with the smooth conduct of this official visit by Her Excellency Ms. Victoria. The Vice President said he said, strengthening this visit contribute the strengthening of interparliamentary dialogue and consolidating the interparliamentary relation between the Republic of Djibouti and the Russian Federation, he concluded. Sports now. The Paris Marathon, Mr. Ogas win the silver. Djiboutian athlete Ibrahim Hassan Ogas achieved a remarkable performance, placing second in the prestigious Paris Marathon this Sunday, thanks to a controlled race from start to finish. He was able to set his own pace and demonstrate his full potential against a top-level competition. These silver medals is much more than an individual achievement. It symbolizes the rise of Djiboutian athletic in the international stage. This achievement is the result of commitment of the President of the Republic with unwavering support for the national sport, particularly in athletic. Still with the framework of the active sport and with the aim of the improving of level of judo, the Djibouti Judo Federation is currently participating in an enriched judo and courses in Seychelles. These courses is led by international experts. The Djibouti Judo Federation was represented by Abdi Hussein, who achieved the second medals in judo with the honors. It is one of the young coach that the FC Judo encourage and support the strengthening of technical staff. Congratulations to Abdi on the diploma and congratulations for the staff of judo. For the international scene, the IOM adopt taxes on maritime CO emission. For the international scene in Gaza, there are extreme hunger in Gaza Strip. Let us listen for our colleague.
The situation in Gaza has been extremely difficult, with millions of people facing economic hardship, displacement, and ongoing violence. Charity Kitchen play a crucial role in providing essential meals for families who struggle to meet their basic needs. These kitchens, often run by local NGOs or international organizations, offer food to the most vulnerable, especially during times of conflict or blockade when access to basic goods is severely restricted. The blockade has also made it incredibly difficult for aid organizations to get supplies into Gaza, and many hospitals and medical facilities are running out of essential supplies. The international community is calling for a ceasefire and a humanitarian corridor, but it seems like a complicated situation with no easy solutions.
This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.